Oh my God, I'm so happy to be here, guys. I want to share some great news with y'all. I am almost done paying off my mortgage. I got it on probate, which means the person died without a will because he hated his kids. Turns out I was the favorite. I got the house. It's great. So here's the thing. I'm getting ready to sign the papers. Night before, the agent calls me and says, John, I made a mistake. I told you he died in the hospital. I was wrong. He died there in the living room. I'm like, all right, the exorcism's coming out of your commission. What's your point? This is important because there's a law in California that says if someone dies on the premises within the last 3 years, you have to tell the new buyer, okay? 3 years because that's how long ghost hauntings last, right? And I'm like, I don't care, it's not a big deal. But then he says, I know it's important to you people and your feng shui. First of all, listen to this accent. There's nothing exotic about this accent, okay? This is Inland Empire at best. That's how exotic it gets. All right? So I'm a little upset, and I'm about to say something. He says, as an apology, we're going to take $20,000 off the asking price. Yes, my people. $20,000 is a good number. 28,000 lucky number. We can negotiate. And that's when I found out my tolerance for racism goes up and down with the interest rate. What do you know? It's all about location. I live in Orange County. I live in Huntington Beach. To be specific, I live in the racist part of Huntington Beach. Yeah, it's called Huntington Beach. I consider it a good day when only one guy walks up to you and says, hey, you look like you're pretty good at math. And I'll tell y'all a secret. You're goddamn right I am. Those stereotypes are true. That's all I'm going to say about that. No, it's a very interesting place. I'm Filipino-Chinese. My wife is Chinese-Japanese. We're walking down the street. This homeless guy in a wheelchair points at us and says, go back to China. He's half right. I did the math. But then he turns to my wife and he says, I'm sorry, you go back to Japan. How the hell did he know? Is this what's going on with racism now? They'll respect how you identify yourself? Is this what's going on? Did this guy wake up one day, this is a new century, I'm gotta be better, I'm still gonna be racist, I'm still gonna be prejudiced, but God damn it, I will be accurate. You have to respect that kind of specificity. I gave him $5. But things really are changing in Huntington Beach and everywhere. Things are changing for the better. My neighbor, for example, he just took down his All Lives Matter flags, replaced with a NASCAR flag. I'm not sure why it's always about race with these guys. I don't know. But things are changing. There's a news story a while back. This U-Haul van tried to ram into the White House. I don't know if y'all remember this. Crashed into the barricade, didn't make it. But the cops searched the van. They found a bunch of Nazi paraphernalia. They found manifestos. They found Nazi flags. But then when they went to arrest the driver, it turned out to be a 19-year-old Indian kid. This is where we are now. Even the Klan is outsourcing their labor. This is... For understandable reasons, I had to get out of Huntington Beach for a little bit, took a vacation to Arizona, and not Phoenix where there's civilization, like deep in the dead desert where I'm the only Asian for 50 miles, Arizona. Okay, there are no Asians here. The Panda Express is missing its panda, all right? That's where we're at here. And it's fine, it's wonderful. I check into this hotel, and they tell me, John, there's a $50 resort fee. And I'm like, all right, I can afford this. I've made some money. I can pay $50 a resort fee. I get in there. First thing I see are mosquitoes. It's not acceptable, okay? First and foremost, those things bit me so often. I got bitten 4 times. Joke's on them, though. I've got high blood sugar. Next time I saw that mosquito, he only had 5 legs. What are you going to do? I think the worst part of that hotel room was the toilet paper. I walk in, I see it's got this nice origami rose. I'm like, that's cool. Then I find out they did that to hide the fact that they gave me single-ply toilet paper. That's not acceptable, especially since I paid a $50 resort fee. There's nothing resort about single-ply toilet paper, all right? If I'm paying $50 a day, I don't want single-ply. I don't want 2-ply. I don't even want 3-ply. You know what I want? I want the thread count, all right? I don't want quilted northern. I want an actual quilt, all right? I think the worst part of that vacation was the truck. They made me drive a truck because they said, John, you drive a car, you're gonna get stuck in the desert. Look at this face. This is not a truck face, okay? This is a 2-door coupe at best. That truck did things to me, man. It made me more and more conservative. Because they gave me a truck that gives me 8 miles to the gallon. 8. By the end of the first day, I had to refill the gas tank, and I'm thinking to myself, you know what? Taxes are way too damn high. By the end of the second day, I was like, you know what? Maybe we should outlaw abortions. By the end of my vacation, I was like, you know what? I should go back to my own country. That homeless guy was right. Guys, my name's John Liu. Keep it going for your host, Olivia.